Riddle me this, podcast listener, because I've got 10 questions for you on Disneyland attraction riddles, a round inspired by my friend Matt Pawlik. This is Trivia with Buds. Welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. Boy, do I miss going to Disneyland. We used to have season passes. We lived about a half hour from Anaheim. We'd go all the time when the kids were really little here in sunny Southern California. But over this last year, we moved a little further away about a year and a half ago. And we got rid of the season passes and the kids started school and all that good stuff. And I guess that all worked out because we couldn't even go anyway, if we wanted to. It's been closed since March. I was just reading this article. It says Disney lost $6.9 billion in 2020 because of its park closures around the world, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Disney announced that number during its full-year earnings report, and the company said the most significant impact was the parks, experiences, and products segment, where since the second quarter of the fiscal year, the parks and resorts have been closed or operating significantly reduced capacities, and our cruise ship sailings have been suspended. So that is nuts. $7 billion just from those parks being closed, which makes sense because when you look around, when you're there at Disneyland, and you're like, man, if everybody bought one Coke, they would make this amount of money, because there's like sometimes just tens and tens of thousands of people there, it feels like. So it's nuts, and I miss it, and I hope that it opens back soon, but I do get, of course, why it's closed. But until we can go back, we can relive some of our favorite Disneyland attractions through the mind of my friend Matt Pawlik. My friend Matt lives near Pasadena, Eagle Rock area of California, and I haven't seen him in a bit. But he said, hey, I want you to do a round where there's some sort of riddle that you have to replace the words in a Disneyland attraction with some alternate wording, and then you have to try and figure it out. And I said, okay, I'll try and do that. And I did. So that's what we're doing today for my friend Matt. I think you guys will enjoy it if you are avid Dis nerds. So enjoy. And here we go with those 10 questions on Disneyland attraction riddles for Matt Pawlik. Here we go. All right, here it is, Disneyland attraction riddles for my friend Matt. Let's see if you can decode these names of these rides based on the alternate wording that I give you. Number 1, a Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah movie, but with more treacherous peaks. Number 1, a Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah movie, but with more treacherous peaks. Decode that and come up with the name of a Disneyland attraction, number 1. And number 2, a famous Inspector cartoon character if he had a green light and a bar top beer holder. Number 2, think about that one. Got to break it down. A famous Inspector cartoon character if he had a green light and a bar top beer holder. Number 2. Number 3, a 2016 animated film about a bunny and a fox if it were about cars instead. What Disneyland attraction would that be? Number 3, a 2016 animated film about a bunny and a fox if it were about cars instead. And number 4, Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr.'s Grand Day Out. Number 4, Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr.'s Grand Day Out. Halfway through this quiz on Disneyland attraction riddles, here's number 5, Clownfish U571 Trek. Number 5, Clownfish U571 Trek. And number 6, famous peanut butter brands Takeoff. Famous peanut butter brands Takeoff. And number 7, Angry Hot Water Bash. Angry Hot Water Bash. Three more to go to close out this episode. Jessica's husband's ride circle. Number 8, Jessica's husband's ride circle. And number 9, Excalibur, Horsey Spin Around. Number 9, Excalibur, I can't even say it. Excalibur, Horsey Spin Around. Number 9. And number 10, Dilapidated Manor. Number 10, Dilapidated Manor. Those are all of your Disney attraction riddles. Hopefully you could figure all those out. We'll be back in just a sound effect to see how you did. We are back with the answers to Disneyland attraction riddles from Matt Pawlik. Let's see if you could pull off all these answers from the park we all miss in Anaheim, California. Number 1, a Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah movie, but with more treacherous peaks, would be Splash Mountain. Splash was that movie with them, and of course a mountain has treacherous peaks. Splash Mountain. Number 2, a famous Inspector cartoon character. If he had a green light and a bar top beer holder, that's Gadget's Go Coaster. So Gadget is the Inspector gadget there. The Go is the green light, and Coaster is the thing you put your beer on a bar. Gadget's Go Coaster. Number 3, a 2016 animated film about a bunny and a fox. If it were about cars instead, that is Autopia instead of Zootopia. Autopia, sponsored by Honda. Number 4, Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr.'s Grand Day Out. That is Indiana Jones Adventure. Indiana Jones Adventure. I have the Funko Pop of that ride. It's pretty sweet. Number 5, Clownfish U571 Trek is Finding Nemo Submarine Adventure. Finding Nemo Submarine Adventure. And number 6, famous peanut butter brand's Takeoff. Peter Pan's Flight. Peter Pan's Flight. Number 7, Angry Hot Water Bash is Mad Tea Party. That's the teacup ride. The Mad Tea Party. And number 8, Jessica's Husband's Ride Circle. That's Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. Number 9, Excalibur Horsey Spin Around is King Arthur's Carousel. And number 10, Dilapidated Manor, of course, is the Haunted Mansion. Not to be confused with the Haunted Holiday with Nightmare Before Christmas characters. And there you have it, Matt. I hope you were able to figure out all those, and I hope all you other listeners got a kick out of reliving some of those titles of Disneyland attractions, since we all can't go there right now. But hey, you could drive or fly down to Florida and go to Disney World, which is semi-open, I think. There you go. All right, we've got one more thing for you called the Fact of the Day, and that Fact of the Day is about German chocolate cake. It says German chocolate cake is named after a guy named Sam German, not the country. Now you know. Sam German, not the country. Just a guy who liked chocolate cake. Guys, that is the episode. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend about the show, and we'll see you next time for more trivia with me. Cheers.